What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video, and it is a different one. This video is probably the most difficult video I've ever had to make, and honestly, I don't even know what I'm doing. All I know is that I wanted to start off this video with some encouragement and love, and just make sure that you guys understand that this video is about that. It's not about focusing on the negative things. Yes, basically some stuff did go down. I had to go to Okinawa and deal with some theft, and this is what that video is about. But this video, I think, carries an important message for the car community as a whole. Everything that I do, my entire life, my job, my hobbies, everything revolves around the car community and you guys. I want you to tell me, watch the video till the end, please. There's a lot of talking, but it does have an important message, I think, for everyone. So I want to start a conversation with you. Tell me in the comment section after you watch the video, how would you have dealt with the situation? Was I wrong? Was I right? I really want that conversation and feedback from you guys, and maybe you can share some of your experiences when you've had to deal with this as well. But yeah, I hope this video finds you well. I hope you're blessed. I hope you understand that we love you. And once again, yeah, I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say about it. I'm definitely quite nervous about uploading this video, but I think it has an important message, and if you watch to the end, I think you'll understand. Don't exactly know how to start this video, but we're back at the airport. I literally got here as fast as I could this morning after I found out that there's been some theft happening down in Okinawa, where we got the S15 from. I am not okay with it, and we're going to sort it out. We're going to fix it. We know who it was. We've got the evidence. We're going to confront them. We're going to deal with it. And yeah, so I'm flying to Okinawa right now. I literally just threw everything in my bag, jumped in a cab, straight to the airport, bought a ticket at the airport. First time doing that. I've never bought tickets at an airport before. And then yeah, we'll be in Okinawa in the next few hours. We're going to meet up with Brett and Jason, and we're going to go straight to the Trinity workshop where the S15 was. And we're going to meet these guys there that we've kind of caught red-handed. Back in Okinawa, Jason. How do you feel about that?
Dude, trip number 4.
Trip number 4. I wish it was for better reasons. This trip was 100% not planned, obviously, and we kind of touched a little bit on it in the intro, but yeah, we got word last night? Yeah, last night pretty much, that a bunch of theft has gone down at the old shop where we got the S15 from, and essentially we managed to find the people who did it. We've given them one chance to return everything, and we're meeting them there right now. And we're just gonna see we're just winging it. The guys are really young. I'm pretty sure they're still considered minors. They're still in school. So there's not really a whole bunch that can happen to them, right? Legally. Especially because they're American, and how do I explain this? But so yeah, they're young, they're kids. I think we can all agree that when we're young, we're stupid, and everyone deserves a second chance. But if these guys aren't bringing everything back like they've promised us, then we'll pass things on to the police. We're just hoping that everything's going to be returned. We're going to go check out the damage and everything that was done to the cars and things like that. I'm just really upset because these kids were fans. We met at the meet and greet, photos with me, all this kind of stuff. And then they turned around and did this. And not only did they steal something, that's one thing, theft is one thing, but then to steal something off these cars where the owners of these cars have already been kind of screwed over and dealt with theft with the previous shop owner and that whole situation that went down, it just sucks. It's stacking on top of it. It's another, doubling down, right? So yeah, I'm pretty upset. I'm really disappointed. I'm hoping we can talk some sense into them. I'm not sure how or if I'm gonna film much. Like I said, they are minors, so I have to be very, very careful. But they're gonna get a stern talking to. Not only am I going, Jason's going. We got old mate at the back here who's coming. Scott's coming. And then the truck in the front, we got Brett. But no, it just sucks because like I was copping flack for it. People were like, oh, it's all Sam's fault because he made a video of, you know, the place, and then people went there and stole stuff. And I mean, the cars have been there for so long now.
2 years at least.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, we're going to wing this, see what happens, and talk some sense to these kids. So is this all the stuff you guys took?
Yeah.
You got the valve cover.
Yeah, and the
cams.
Yes.
Yeah. What were you guys thinking?
Well, we thought that they were like abandoned, like actually abandoned. Yeah. We didn't think anyone stole them.
Okay, but you watched my videos, right? So you heard me say that like these were owned by people who were taken advantage of by the guy that used to own the shop.
Yeah. And
like have all contacted us, and they're trying to get their cars either shipped to them back into the States, because that's what they paid these guys for. Like this guy was taking like 10 grand off everyone, and they were supposed to be getting their cars painted and fixed, and then this guy was supposed to be shipping their cars to them in the USA. And he's been lying to them this whole time, saying the cars are on the boat or all this stuff, and he's not on the island. So all these guys have paid money and they've left their cars here with him to ship them, and he's just done a runner with their money. So they've already been like, you know, they've dealt with theft and their cars have been stolen. And I did touch on that in the video, that these cars were all part of that, and like that this guy screwed everyone over. So it's just super disappointing that you guys took advantage of that. You're super young, right? You have a whole life ahead of you. I'm not gonna go talk to the police and hand them everything and the footage we got off the hunting camera and stuff like that. But
he told me to hold on to the camera and not turn it in.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I don't want to hear or see of you guys doing this again. This is your only chance. And yeah, I mean, I just don't understand what you guys were thinking and why you thought this was okay. But,
yeah. Or how you thought you were in your car. Dude, Okinawa's way too small. Especially if you're in the cars.
Yeah, the cars are technically abandoned, but there's Americans that are out here. Imagine if you were in, you know, the situation, you own one of these cars, you gotta, imagine you brought it to the shop to get some work done, the guy closes down, leaves, and then you leave after you graduate, and you're like, okay, I'll get my car shipped. And a few years later, some high schooler, you're older now, is ripping stuff off your car that you spent a lot of money on. Like, it's not cool, right? So, yeah. Hopefully when you guys move, I don't know where you're going after, but like in the car community, like this is definitely a huge no-go, like stealing stuff off these cars.
Yeah.
And I honestly, like, whenever we came here, like, I thought it was a good idea because, like, thought it was abandoned, but I mean, I now regret it because head's gone and you can't do anything about it. And I feel bad for the dude who owns it. I'm just sorry because you had to come down here and talk to us about this, and it's not really something you probably wanted to do. I'm not going to do it again. It's not really worth it because there's nothing I can even do with this. I don't even have a necessity.
Yeah, but it's not just about that. It's
Yeah,
also
it's
just the fact, like, you just don't steal, man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I regret it a lot. Our parents, like, they could have gotten so much trouble. It would have been bad for me, for them. So yeah.
So back at the hotel room now, guys, and I want to spend the rest of this video having a conversation with you, and I want you guys to reply to me down in the comment section, and let's have this conversation, right? Now, I don't know just yet, obviously I haven't edited the video yet, but I don't know how much of the conversation and everything that I'm going to put in the video from when we confronted the guys and everything, the two young boys. They are very young, you know, they're still teenagers, they have a big future ahead of them and stuff like that. And, you know, how I dealt with the situation was they brought back the stuff, they apologized, they showed a lot of remorse, and to be honest, I know this is weird to say, but I'm kind of proud of them. You know, they faced me, they admitted to the crimes, they returned everything, you know, and like I know grown adults that wouldn't even consider doing that stuff, even though they were caught in the wrong, or even themselves know that they were wrong. So I have to just say, like, I have to give them a little bit of praise because that takes balls, and it was really, really encouraging to see them man up and do the right thing there. Now, I am going to be keeping their identities hidden. And the main reason for this is, first of all, they're kind of minors. And then second of all, I believe that everyone deserves a second chance. I think that when we are all young, we all make stupid decisions, we make stupid mistakes, and generally those are the turning points of our lives where we really realize that we need to, pull our finger out, straighten up, and get on the right path. You know what I mean? And yeah, I really think that this was probably a big moment for those guys. I don't think they're ever going to forget the moment that this huge, tall Australian stood in front of them and gave them a pretty decent talking to. And honestly, like, I think just the fact as well, like these guys were fans. I had met them before, and I think that it's safe to say that they look up to me, and the fact that I was the one that caught them and confronted them and everything like that, I think it's going to speak volumes to them, and I think they'll remember it forever. So ultimately, look, I flew to Okinawa just for this, literally just to meet these guys and talk to them. And I felt pretty uneasy about it at first, but yeah, I think we did the right thing. And I think it was all worth it, because if this is that moment that these guys realize that they need to sort themselves out and become a better person, then it was worth it. Even if only just one of them does that. Or, who knows? Maybe they take everything that happened today for granted and they keep doing what they're doing. I don't know. But at the chance of potentially changing a person's life, I think it was worth it. And now what I want to do is talk about the car community and kind of touch on a few things that I think we can do better at. And now that you guys are watching this and stuff like that, and it's so easy to grab a pitchfork and join the mob and everything like that. But I really hope this video kind of changes your perspective and concept on these matters. I gave these guys a warning and gave them a second chance. And yes, I agree that sometimes, depending on what's been done, that is not a viable option. That is not something that they deserve. In this instance, I think they did. And I see so much toxic stuff going on in the car community, and so many people like grabbing the pitchfork and joining the mob and not actually knowing the full story or the person behind the incident or anything like that. And I just really want to encourage you guys as a community, let's try to always think from the other person's perspective. Let's try to look at every single angle before we cast judgment and throw that pitchfork or tie them to the post and set them on fire. You guys know what I'm trying to say here, I think, but I just want to encourage everyone to be the best person that they can be. Always strive to be better. Whether that's personal, business, or anything, I really just want to encourage you guys. It's a challenge that I'm always working on. Something that I've been working on personally in my life that I actually want to share with you is how I talk to people and you guys and just everyone in general. A little bit of a backstory and history is all through school, growing up and stuff like that. I had a really rough time. I really struggled to communicate actually socially in person with people. I have a lot of anxiety issues socially, and I really don't know how to communicate super well. And I generally come across as a very straightforward, know-it-all kind of person, right? And that's generally not my intention whatsoever. If anyone knows me as a person, is a close friend or is in my life, they know that I'm not I'm not a mean person. That's just Sam. That's just how he is and stuff like that. And I have a lot of grace for those people, and I appreciate those people in my life so much that they understand that it's not my intention to just come across like this really rude asshole all the time. But I have actually noticed that this is an issue, and it's something that I want to work on and become better at. Communicate nicer, communicate in a better way. It's still straightforward and honest and everything like that, but less, assholey, brutally know-it-all, if that makes sense. And you guys who've been watching the channel for a very long time, you guys know that I always tell you that this is a conversation, and if I'm wrong, always correct me in the comment section and stuff like that. So I'm always really open about that, and I always let you guys know that I could be wrong about something. So it is something that I guess I've been working on this whole time, but recently I've really wanted to focus on that. And I'm sure you guys are going to start, to see that kind of happening and whatnot in my videos. And if that's something that I can encourage you guys with, just telling you that, hey, that's something I struggled with and that's something that I want to work on. You guys can also, keep me accountable with that and keep me up to date, or you can, tell me in the comment section how you've noticed a bit of change, and that encourages me that, hey, I'm on the right path and all that kind of stuff. But ultimately what I'm trying to get to is something that my friend Adam posted recently on his Instagram story. And it was somewhere along the lines, I'll put it up, but it was something I really, really liked. And I think it's a really important message for the car community as a whole. And he said something like, it doesn't matter how good of a driver you are or how cool your car looks or whatever you're trying to work on, with your car or the car community in general. It doesn't matter about any of that. What matters is if you're a good person. And I think that speaks volumes. And yeah, I think I'd like to leave it on that. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learnt something. I hope you reconsidered something. And I hope this just got you thinking. Yeah. I guess what I really want to end on is to the people that I spoke to today, the people that, took those items, returned them, and all that kind of stuff. I think you guys have an amazing future ahead of you. I know that because you guys manned up, you admitted fault, you apologized, and you understood that what you did was wrong. And like I said, I know many adults that couldn't even do that. So the fact that you guys did that and you came and faced me, you stood in front of me, you weren't a coward, I think that says a lot. And I think that you guys have an incredible future ahead of you. Don't forget this moment. And yeah, I hope if I see you ever again that you're doing well. And yeah, I'm excited for your future. That's what I'm trying to say, because I'm proud of you guys for not what you did that led to this, but what you did to resolve it. I think that's what's important. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Ciao.